Recently, I got my hands on the iPhone 17 Pro Max and it's now my new daily driver. I'm absolutely loving this new cosmic orange color. It really does change in different lighting conditions, but overall, I'm super happy with it. I haven't even questioned once whether I should have got silver or blue. I'm just firm on the orange iPhone bandwagon right now. Especially when you pair the green case with the orange iPhone, like together, they look so good. It gives such Halo vibes or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
A little too rough.
But yeah, damn, it's good. So a little bit of backstory, I was on the 16 Pro Max, but I got tired of it, and so I switched over to the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Love that phone, it really is great, and it's like the peak Android experience. I feel like it's the most comparable to the iPhone. But then Pixel released this guy, Pixel 10 Pro, which again is an amazing phone. I used this for the last month and I loved it. But then Apple hit us with the new release.
Today, we're raising the bar once again with an all-new iPhone lineup that's unlike anything we've ever created.
And all those new phones looked so damn good. Like, I saw the leaks and I just wasn't convinced that this was going to be good. But as soon as Apple unveiled it, you know, they do their thing and they kind of polish it up, and it looked so good. Like, I still wish they did black, but just all around this year, I think the phones are actually the biggest leap that Apple's done in quite a while. And if you haven't seen my unboxing and my first reaction to that cosmic orange color, definitely do go check it out. I'll leave the link down below. So this year's Pro phones are aluminum. Apple switched from titanium last year, and previously they used stainless steel on the Pro models for quite some time, since the iPhone 8, that was the last one to have aluminum, which is crazy. But there's definitely some reasoning behind why they made that switch. They weren't just trying to save money. Obviously that was a factor, especially, you know, considering all the tariffs and the things that are going on right now. But also it's just much easier to make a unibody design out of aluminum, and it's also better for heat dissipation. But the cons are it's substantially less durable, and I've actually seen the color wearing off of some people's phones already after just a few days. But you know what, people? Just keep your phone nice and safe. Put it in a case, protect it, love it, care for it. Don't damage your phone. Just be careful, guys. Now, when you first pick up this phone, it definitely feels very different to previous iPhones. It's much more rounded feeling and slippery in the hand, and it kind of feels the same weight as last year, despite technically being heavier. But all around, I'd say the experience it gives is less premium. I honestly think the base 17 this year is the best bang for your buck. If you're looking for the best deal, the best iPhone to get, I'd personally just say the 17. Unless you want something a little bit extra. I feel like, you know, the Air as well as the Pro models are the more luxurious, supercar, slick finish type products where Apple have like done it in the fancy colors. But for the most part, the 17 is everything you would need comfortably on a phone in 2025. And I must admit, I've been into the Apple store, I've felt the Air, it feels great, ultra thin, you're making some sacrifices. But if you don't really care about all the camera features, then you know what, you might consider getting it. Personally for me, I'm more of a Pro user. And I have seen all the colors in person. I still like the orange the best. Silver kind of looks like an unfinished prototype. Not really a fan. I think it's kind of boring, and you're a bit of a plain Jane if you do get that one. No hate. But then the blue is also super nice. I feel like that's for the people who want something closest to black and they like that dark color. Then yeah, I totally get it. Okay, so let's take a step back. So we're in 2025. The iPhones had so many iterations. They're basically all the same. I think Apple's just testing the waters a little bit with this generation, which I'm totally not mad about. And as we know, Apple's been designing chips to perfectly cater for the hardware design and the software now for up to 15 years. And, you know, that's what makes the iPhone so different to all the other phones out there. And the Pixel's been a great phone. I feel like Google's trying to take the same approach as Apple because they can clearly see that works and it provides a premium experience, which Google are trying to go for. And they're definitely trying to attract iPhone users by making the Pixel experience closest to iOS as possible. Even the fact this phone has Pixel Snap, where you can now put on MagSafe accessories, just kind of shows that. But after using this for a month, I just can't help but feel that it's a step behind, and you're paying almost the same price. I just feel like Google's trying to play catch up, and Apple's already like one step ahead all the time. And so whatever Google comes out with, it's really good, it's amazing, but it's just not quite there in all departments. And I noticed that especially with low light video on this. And it can also feel slightly sluggish at times, which is disappointing for such a premium smartphone. But yeah, no hate to the Pixel, I love this phone. I genuinely think I might switch back to it just because of how much I love it. But yeah, we're gonna see. I'm gonna test out this new iPhone for at least a month. Now it's time for a quick sponsor. I want to share some accessories that I've been using a lot on the new iPhone 17 Pro Max while specifically on the go. These accessories are by Torras, and they kindly sent me over some of their latest accessories to check out, and I've really been enjoying them. So first up, this is the Flexline retractable fast charger. I really like this thing because it easily slips in your bag and you can just go ahead and pull the cable out whenever you need it. So there's no more forgetting to bring your charging cable while you're traveling and then having that moment. And this is a 67 watt USB-C charging brick. The cable stretches out a little over 4 foot, and that winds back in with a single pull. So no more cables messing up your backpack, getting tangled up while you're on the go. It supports fast charging standards like PD 3.0 as well as Quick Charge 4. So it handles everything from a MacBook to a phone, and it can charge up the new iPhone up to 65% in just 30 minutes. The mechanism and cable inside are rated for thousands of pulls, so it's definitely gonna last the test of time. And this is definitely my favorite charging brick that I've ever owned. They also gave me their brand new Minimag MagSafe battery pack. This thing is super thin, slaps on the back of your phone, and you can juice up with no cables anywhere on the go. It's only 8mm thick, roughly weighs in at 120 grams, and because it works with any MagSafe device, it even works with the brand new Pixel 10 series. Super strong magnets, it's not going to come off, and yeah, it's really easy to use your device without any clutter, and you can just get that little bit extra juice that you need. It can do 15 watts wireless charging or 20 watt wired charging. And if you do want to pick one up, I'll leave a discount code and link in the comment section down below, as well as in the description. So yeah, genuinely no pressure. I just really like it. I think it's a great battery pack. And when I'm on the go, it's something I always bring with me. And I think you're definitely going to need this if you have the iPhone Air for sure. But after using this phone now for almost a week, the color, the new design, it's all really grown on me. This device is actually 0.5mm thicker than last year's, and it's also slightly heavier but oddly feels lighter in the hand. It weighs in at 233 grams. And this new redesign allows Apple to put more of its hardware in the top half of the phone, leaving space in the bottom half for a bigger battery, though only in some countries, like here in Canada where there's eSIMs, you do have that extra space to put more battery, but it's not available in all countries. It's just something to consider. The extra thickness also gives space for the brand new Vapor Chamber, which is a new cooling system. And let me tell you, it works. It definitely works. Since I've had this phone, I have not had the phone get warm or even hot once. So I just want to jump in and say, I'm outside right now and it's about 25 degrees, and I take back what I said. The phone does get warm, of course, but it is better than the 16 Pro Max. The screen isn't dimming too much. It is hot to the touch, but as soon as I've gone in the shade a little bit and stopped using it, like scrolling reels in direct sunlight, it's a lot better. I've used this phone out in the sun, I've played games with it, I've done pretty demanding tasks, exports in Lightroom and CapCut, and even while charging and using MagSafe battery packs, it doesn't seem to get hot or slow down. And Apple is definitely not the first to put a vapor chamber in a phone. Samsung's been doing it for quite a while now, but something that Apple's doing differently is the vapor chamber not only cools the processor, but also the RAM, as well as the internal storage on here. So it's overall doing more, and I definitely notice a big difference. Aside from that, they've kept all the buttons in the same spot, pretty much feels like the same design on the sides. But something funny is that Apple did not once mention the camera control button or Apple Intelligence at the keynote, which is kind of crazy. And to be honest, I keep accidentally swiping on that camera control when I am gripping the phone tightly in my right hand. I wouldn't mind if Apple removed that and replaced it with something a little bit more useful, but that's just my opinion. Oh, and a side note, they actually changed the antennas on this phone. They're now controlled by Apple's own N1 processor, which gives Apple even more control over the phone. And something not a lot of people noticed is the antenna actually goes all the way around the camera bar. So you don't really notice it there because of the light changes on this color, but yeah, you can see it if you look. And right below that, we have the ceramic glass portion of the back part of the phone. And the reason they did that was just to allow for wireless charging to pass through because, you know, it's not able to pass through aluminum. And I do find it weird how it's a slight different shade of orange. Like when you catch it at the light, it just looks so different. You get this kind of two-tone look, which you don't really get so much on the blue or the silver. So yeah, I have mixed opinions about that part of the phone. And I think what Apple's done with the clear case is just straight up weird, like putting a white cutout. And the fact they moved the logo down is just so annoying because then all my MagSafe stuff, whenever you put like a MagSafe charger on, the logo just peeks out at the bottom. And same with all my clear cases, it just looks super weird now. But on the front is where we get that new ceramic shield too, which has up to 3 times more scratch resistance as well as an anti-glare coating. So now when there's some bright lights, there's actually less reflections. Now I do have a matte tempered screen protector on here, so there's even more reduced reflections, but yeah, it's overall pretty good. I just feel like there's still reflections, like it's better, but they're still there. So it's a nice touch to see, but I still am always going to slap on a matte screen protector. It just makes the world of difference, especially when you're filming your phone all day. But when you're out and about and you're using this, like, it really stands out. Like, people can tell you got the new orange iPhone, and it draws a lot of attention. Like, people have come up to me and asked me about it. A lot of people love it. A lot of people have hated it and told me, like, straight up, it's just disgusting. But I personally like it. And, you know, some people are obviously not going to like this. Some people are going to go for silver, blue. Everyone has different opinions. That's why they have menus in restaurants, because people like different things, including black phones. Apple, they also like those too. But the design this year is the first iPhone design that feels logical and mindful. Apple definitely prioritized practicality and function over just raw aesthetics and design of the phone, which I really like. I appreciate a thicker phone than something thinner and more elegant, and that's where we see the iPhone Air come in. That is now that phone that Apple's trying to make beautiful. And so we can just have a raw, rugged Pro phone now that does everything we want it to have. And I wouldn't even mind if it was a little bit thicker with more battery, to be honest. Like I mentioned, I was on the Pixel 10 Pro, and this is a smaller phone. I didn't go for the XL, and I was actually enjoying it for a while. Like, it's a lot easier to use in the hand. It, you know, feels pretty nice to hold and put in your pocket, but it really takes a hit when it comes to battery life and content consumption. Like, I consume a lot of content, and so when I got the Max, I was so happy to be back on a bigger phone. So this phone has a 6.9-inch display now with 3000 nits of brightness, so much brighter when you're using it outside compared to last year. You've got 460 ppi, slightly thinner bezels, and overall it's a great screen to look at. Like, it's crisp, it's vibrant colors. Honestly, not the best screen. Like, I feel like S25 Ultra is slightly better, but it's a really good screen and you're not going to be disappointed with it. And inside, this phone is powered by the A19 Pro chip, which is slightly faster than before, although Apple claimed it was 40% faster, and they didn't really explain what they're comparing it to. And I had a little Google search, found out they're comparing this to the 14 Pro. It's 40% faster than the 14 Pro. So yes, it's not 40% faster than last year's 16 Pro, which we were all thinking. It's a pretty sneaky move, Apple. But that chip works directly with the new N1 chip to get the best cellular coverage, as well as the best battery life and performance out of the phone. And Apple's boasted up to 39 hours of screen on time video playback. I know that's kind of a weird metric to like measure battery life, but over the last few days, I've been getting about 10 hours consistently screen on time, which is pretty good. And I've been using social media, uploading things, playing games, and also using the camera app. And we also have Qi 2 charging in here as well, so you can top it up faster than ever. You got 25-watt wireless charging, and if you plug it in via cable, you can get up to 50% battery in just 20 minutes. Pretty impressive for an iPhone, and again, it doesn't even get hot when you charge it up, which is just crazy to me. Okay, so now for the cameras, the most hyped part and arguably the best part of the phone. Look, I've been using the Pixel 10 Pro. Like I said, cameras are good on that phone. Like, the Pixel is known for amazing photos and computational photography, but man, the video sucks. Like, every time I took low light video, even in just the slightest shadows in broad daylight, it was noisy. Like, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's also very shaky, and I've just been so unimpressed with the video quality. It's not even able to do HDR at 60 frames per second in 4K without doing a bunch of AI boost stuff in the cloud. And same goes for the night sight video. Like, I don't want to wait hours for it to process. I just want to shoot some video, put it on my story, boom, I'm done. And yeah, the iPhone does that. You're always better with simpler footage. You just want to get the raw basics correct and do as little processing as possible to get the most natural look. And I definitely feel that's what the iPhone is doing. You're now able to shoot open gate, which makes use of the full sensor size, not only on the front, which most people already know, but also on the back camera too, using the Blackmagic Pocket app. And then now I'm shooting on the telephoto lens, which looks incredible. There is some shake because you're making use of the whole sensor, so there's no more stabilization, but also no cropping, which is nice. So as you can see, when I move around, there is some shake and wobble. Now, yes, you do need to plug in and have external storage to make use of that, which is weird because they put 2 terabytes into this phone. Like, you can get up to 2 terabytes, but you still need external storage. Like what? We also have Apple Log 2, so 2 different options of log recording. And the most hyped part for me is actually the front camera. So now you have a square open gate sensor, which now has up to 18 megapixels, and you can take vertical and horizontal video without actually rotating your phone. So now when you're on this front camera, you can just go ahead and press this button to go wide. And then if you want to go horizontal, you just press that one. Super cool feature. I absolutely love that. I think it's my favorite thing, and a lot of phones should have that from now on. Like, I really hope everyone starts to copy that one feature. I don't even care about copying anymore. And I did a little video test, and arguably shooting in log on the front camera of the new iPhone is better than the back camera on the Pixel 10 Pro. I know a lot of people are flipping out right now, but I put both the results on the screen, pixel peeped, and it's not even close. So yeah, after using this phone now for almost a week, I can say very good signs. Like battery life is really good, cameras are solid, screen is solid. Now I didn't really touch much on the battery life in the cameras. Like I don't want to dive in too much because I am going to be doing a full in-depth review as well as day in the life and maybe even a dedicated camera video because I really want to show its full potential. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Definitely subscribe down below. But I'm going to be using this phone at least for a month because I just want to have a solid experience and understanding of how it performs in everyday usage. And then I'm going to try out my first foldable phone as my daily driver, which is exciting. So we'll have to see whether that entices me to stay away from the iPhone or maybe I'll come back for the cameras. We will have to see. That's my overall thoughts so far. So let me know your opinion down below. See ya.